Jesus himself said, what is impossible to man is possible with God. It is his will that the church step up to the plate and bring them out. If we can do it in Impossible Trial, you can do it here.
We are gathered to be about the action. Scream as loud as you can, the action. Yes. In order for God to work out a miracle, there has to be a problem. Foster care, we're up more than 30% in the last decade. So that's kind of a problem. But for people that are charged by God, we take on the opportunity to be the solution.
What's needed is ignition in a way that Jesus really intended. A coalition of the willing to do something crazy radical to end the foster crisis in Wichita, around the country, because when that happens, there will be a great shaking.
I hope you guys understand that we are at the nexus of something very beautiful. It is very rare and unique that you get to be at the birth of a movement. And when we're talking about caring for every family, I believe what happens in Wichita will change the world.
As someone who grew up in the foster care system, I'm so used to a lot of people that have not actually been in the system telling my stories for me. I mean, it was beautiful, it was very emotional. The bishop was right in front of me, and I felt that power, that impact that he had, and I know we can do that in Wichita.
Amazing. I had a roller coaster of emotion. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful story.
Let's get in there and support them in the ways that each one of us are called to do that.
As mayor, I want our city to flourish. I envision Wichita as a model city where children and families thrive.
We see a community where our children are cared for by families, where parents are empowered with tools and the necessary relationships that they need to be the best families they can be.
Our job is to nurture, protect, guide, and be positive examples for our children. We got so many children now in the system.
Somebody has to say, I'm breaking this cycle. And that's where you empower them with the tools, the skills, the coaching, the counseling that helps them break the cycle, because if they break it for their family.
And we have so many churches that have gone to sleep. We was called to take care of the widows and the orphanage.
We should be able to work together, and encouraging this effort to work together with other churches, white churches, brown churches, black churches, strategize together and work with these systems to be able to eliminate this.
It's time not, church, for us to wake up. It's time not for the church to reach way down and pick those up that don't know a way out, that never had a way out. I'm crazy enough to believe that he said, church, you got the power to overcome all things. I'm crazy enough to believe it don't matter where you at. In Possum Trot, Halifax, Muleshoe, it don't matter. In Wichita, you got the power.
When a community comes together for their most vulnerable children, we can change a country. The country can look to this community as the example of how a community turns inward and solves our most prevailing crisis with our children.